Hello dear students, welcome back to your math classes. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and doing well. So students, I'm your mathematics educator again here with a new chapter and a new concept. And today we have chapter number 4, which is rational numbers. So we already do rational numbers in our earlier classes. Let's go in depth of rational numbers. But before starting this, we have to understand what is your rational numbers. What are your rational numbers? So a number which can be expressed in the p by q form where p and q are integers and q is never equal to 0, it's called your rational number. For example, minus 2 by 3, 4 by 7, 1 by minus 9, etc. Same you can also say that you have fractions where in rational numbers p by q, p is called your numerator and q is called your denominator. As in your fractions you have your numerator and denominator. So here you may be confused because a fraction also has a numerator and denominator. But in a fraction p by q, p and q are whole numbers and q is not equal to 0. As whole numbers are included in integers, so every fraction is a rational number, whereas every rational number is not a fraction. For example, minus 4 by 5, minus 6 by minus 11 and 9 by minus 8 are rational numbers but not fraction. So in this case, we have a differentiation between rational numbers and fractions, that in fractions we only deal with part of a whole object. So you can say that we have only positive numbers, but in rational numbers we have negative numbers as well. So this is the one difference between your rational numbers and your fractions. So each fraction could be a rational number, but each rational number could not be your rational number. Now every integer is a rational numbers. If m is any integer, then m can be written as m by 1, which is the form of rational numbers, as m and 1 both are integers. So every integer is a rational number with denominator 1. So every integer, every whole number is your rational number, because if we don't have a denominator, we can write 1 as your denominator by your own assumptions. We can write it. So this is your rational numbers. Thus rational numbers include integers and fractions. Now positive and negative rational numbers. So when we have positive integers, okay, means positive signs, that is your positive rational numbers, and if we have negative numbers, it means we have negative rational numbers. But in case if you have in both your numerator and denominator, in both they have minus sign, it means minus is cancelled out with minus. So you can also say that minus 11 by minus 4 is also a positive rational number. Now equivalent rational number is similar to your equivalent fractions, which means if numerator and denominator of a rational number are multiplied by a non-zero integer or divided by a common divisor, then the rational number remains unchanged. Thus, if p by q is a rational number, then p by q multiplied by m, where m is a non-zero integers, and p by q divided by a, where a is a common integer of p and q, then you have your equivalent rational numbers. We already do that in our fraction chapter, so I hope so this is clear to you. Okay, now we shift to the next concept. If a by b and c by d are two rational numbers, then a by b and c by d, it's equal to each other if and only if a multiplied by d and c multiplied by b is equal to each other. So two rational numbers are equivalent if and only if product of the numeration of the first and the denomination of the second is equal to the product of numeration of the second and the denominator of the first. So you can say that if you have two rational numbers, if you cross multiply each other, so end of the moment, if you have same product, then you can say that both the rational numbers are equal to each other. So now write minus 2 by 7 as a rational number with denominator minus 28. So for this we have to multiply our denominator with 4 to convert our denominator into 28. But in this case, what we examine here, that we have minus sign. So it means we have to multiply 7 by minus 4. So 7 multiplied by minus 4 is minus 28. But we already know that if we have to multiply denominator with any number, so we have to multiply it with our numerator as well. So in this case, minus 2 multiplied by minus 4, minus and minus are cancelled out with each other. 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So 8 by minus 28 is your answer. Now express minus 18 by 45 as a rational number with numerator minus 6. It means you have to divide your numerator with 3 to convert it into minus 6. So minus 18 divided by 3 is minus 6. And if you do it with your numerator, so you have to do the same process with your denominator as well. So 45 divided by 3 is 15. So your Answer is minus 6 by 15. Now we shift to the next. Find three rational numbers equivalent to 4 by minus 9. So in this case, you have to take any three random numbers and multiply it with 4 by minus 9 and you will get your equivalent rational number. So here we take 2, 3 and 4, and after multiplication we have 8 by minus 18, 12 by minus 27, 16 by minus 36, which is three equivalent rational numbers of 4 by minus 9. Now which of the following pairs of rational numbers are equal? So we have to cross multiply it. So 3 multiplied by minus 20, minus 3 multiplied by minus 20 is 60. 5 multiplied by 12 is 60. It means both the rational numbers are equal to each other. But in next question, if we cross multiply these numbers, so we get minus 306 and minus 486, which are not equal to each other. It means these two rational numbers are not equal to each other. Now if we have a missing number in a rational number, so by cross multiplying we get the answer, or you can also assume it by that 75, which number we have to divide with 75, so it will be converted into 15, so that is your 5. So it means you have here 55, or you can also cross multiply it. So by multiply 75 by 11 and the product divided by minus 15, you will get your answer, which is minus 55. Now standard form a rational number. So standard form a rational number, we have some condition for this. A rational number p by q is said to be standard form if the denominator q is positive and p and q have no common factor other than 1. So you can say that your denominator should be positive and your p and q both have only one common factor, which is your 1. So for example, express each of the following rational numbers in standard form. Minus 20 upon 32. So you have to divide it, or you have to just reduce it to the both have the common factor only 1. So dividing it by 4, you will get minus 5 by 8. In 5 and 8, we only have one common factor, which is 1, and your denominator q is positive. It means we fulfill the standard conditions form of our rational number. Okay, so simply you have to do this. Now we have our exercise 4.1. For each of the following statements, state true or false. So every integer is a rational number, true. Every rational number is a fraction, false. Okay, so now you have to read out these statements and classify among true or false accordingly. Express minus 5 by 6 as a rational number with numerator 10. So to convert our numerator into 10, we have to multiply it with minus 2. If we multiply it with numerator, so we have to multiply denominator as well. Here we have 10 by minus 12. This is your answer. Same you have to do for the rest two parts you have. Now express 45 upon minus 75 as a rational number with denominator 25. So now we have to convert a denominator into 25. We have a rational number 45 upon minus 75. So in this case, we have to divide it with minus 3 to convert it into 25. Here we have 1, 5 minus 15, and here we have 25. So same you have to do for rest of the parts you have in question number 3. Now we have question number 4. Which of the following pairs of rational numbers are equal? So for this, we have to multiply them together. Minus 7 multiplied by 117, and second we have 63 multiplied by minus 13. So 117 multiplied by 7 is 7 sevens are 49, 4, 7 ones are 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 1, 7 ones are 7 plus 1 is 8. So you have minus 8, 1, 9 your answer. Then you have to multiply 63 with 13. So 3 3s are 9, 3 6 are 18, 3 and 6. So 9, 11, 1, 6, 7, 8. 8, 1, 9 minus. So both are equal to each other. So it means both the rational numbers are also equal to each other. So you just have to multiply them. Cross multiply you have to do here. And if your products are same, then you have both rational equal to each other. Now we have to find out which number should be there, which is missing. So you can also find it by multiplying it cross. So 24 minus 24 multiplied by 15 divided it by 72, you will get your x. Okay, so 24 ones are 24 and 24 threes are is, so here we have 1 and 5. So minus 5 is your answer here. Okay. So you can simply find out. In question number 6, you have to do the same process. Now in question number 7, express each of the following rational numbers in standard form. So first you have to reduce it. 3 by 27 will be your 1 by 9. In this case, in 1 and 9, you have only one common factor, which is 1, and your Q is positive. So you just have to take these two conditions in your mind, and then you have to convert your rational numbers in the standard form. Just make sure that your numerator and denominator will have only one common factor, which is 1, and your Q, your denominator, should be positive. That's it. Now we have our next concept, which is representation of rational numbers on the number line. You are already familiar with representation of integers and fractions on the number line. Just like integers, positive rational numbers are represented to the right of 0 and negative rational numbers to the left of the 0. So as we represent our numbers on as we represent our integers on number line, the same process we have to do here. You have a number line, in middle you have 0, and on right hand side you have positive numbers, on left hand side you have negative numbers. Okay, so right of 0 and negative rational numbers to the left of 0. Okay, so recall the opposite integers as 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, etc. are equidistant from 0. Similarly, rational numbers as 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2 are equidistant to 0, and 2 by 3 and minus 2 by 3 are also equidistant from 0. Okay, so always you have to keep in mind your right side always representing positive and left hand side always representing negative numbers. Now you have to mention minus 1 by 2. So here you have 0. After 0 you have minus 1 by 2, 1. Accordingly you can represent your numbers. So you have example number 1. Represent 3 by 4 and minus 3 by 4 on the number line. So first we have to draw a number line. In middle you have 0. Okay. After this you have to place your numbers. So draw a number line and mark a point O on it to represent 0. Mark point A and A1 on the number line to represent 1 and minus 1. So this is your minus 1 and plus 1. Between it you have your numbers. So you have to represent 3 by 4. 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 2 by 4, and here you have 3 by 4. Minus 1 by 4, minus 2 by 4, and minus 3 by 4 is your on number line. Now 7 by 5 and minus 7 by 5. Again you have to draw a number line. In middle you represent 0. After this you have to take your points A1 and A dash and B1 and B. A1 representing minus 1 and A single A representing 1. B representing minus 2, B1 representing minus 2, and B representing 2. And you have to represent 7 by 5. So 0 to 1, there is no 7 by 5. Next 1 by 5. How can you determine it? For example, 7 by 5. So 1.5. This is your representation. So we cannot represent this number between 0 and 1. After 1, to represent 7 by 5 on the number line, first express it as a mixed fraction, which is 1, 2 by 5. Now 1 lies between 1 and 2. Draw a number line and mark a point O on it to represent 0. Mark point A, B, A1 and B1 on the number line to represent 1, 2, minus 1 and minus 2 respectively. Now divide AB in 5 equal parts. How we have to divide it? Into 5 equal parts AB. Then P represent 1, 2 by 5, which is 7 by 5. This is, okay, because 1 by 2, 1 by 5, 2 by 5. So this is your 1 by 2 by 5, and here you have 1. So accordingly you have to represent your rational numbers on number line. Now comparison of rational numbers. So in this case, as you compare your fractions, you have to compare your rational numbers. So you can do it because we already do that in our previous chapter. So you just have to make sure that your denominator will remain same if you want to compare your rational numbers. Compare the rational numbers 5 by 9 and minus 4 by 7. So in this case, we have one more thing. First, we have to compare it. So 5 by 9 is positive and minus 4 by 7 is negative. So it means 5 by 9 is greater than minus 4 by 7. Next, which of the two rational numbers 3 by 8 and 6 by 11 is greater? So in this case, both are positive right? So we have to compare it by changing their denominator. Okay, so for this we have to take LCM of 8 and 11. You have 88, and you already know that how you have to convert your denominator 88. So you have your two rational numbers, 33 upon 88 and 48 upon 88, and now we have two rational numbers with same denominator. So you can simply examine which one is greater. 48 upon 88 is greater than 33 upon 88. Now compare the rational numbers minus 7 by 12 and 9 by minus 20. So both are negative. So we cannot say which one is greater. So we have to change their denominator. So take LCM. By taking LCM, what we understand here, that LCM is 60. So we have to convert our denominator to 60. So we have two new rational numbers, minus 35 upon 60 and minus 27 upon 60. Now you simply say and compare. When you have to compare rational numbers now, so you have a knowledge of your previous chapters integers as well as your fractions to change your denominators. Okay, and for integers you have already know that in integers, as we move forward towards the left hand side, the smaller number is bigger and bigger number is smaller. So in this case, minus 35 and minus 27, which one is greater according to integers? Minus 27 is greater, because according to integers, in smaller numbers, negative sign, if we have negative sign, smaller numbers are greater as compared to bigger number. Okay, now you have to arrange rational numbers, minus 2 by 7, 5 by minus 6 and 3 by 4. So same you have to do as you do in your fraction. Take LCM of these three numbers, three denominators. You have 84, converted your denominator into 84. Now you have new three rational numbers, these, and according to that you can easily compare it by taking knowledge of fractions, integers as well as the rational numbers. Now order properties of rational numbers. For each rational number a by b, exactly one of the following is true. A by b is always smaller than 0, a by b is equal to 0, and a by b is also greater to 0. For any rational numbers a by b and c by d, exactly one of the following is true. A by b could be smaller than c by d, equal to c by d, and it could be greater than c by d. So if a by b, c by d and p by q are three rational numbers such that a by b is greater to c by d and c by d is greater to p by q and p by q is smaller to a by b. Find a rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Can you write natural numbers between 4 and 9? We can easily write it 5, 6, 7, 8, right? These are the natural numbers we have between 4 and 9. And between minus 6 and minus 2, so we have minus 5, minus 4 and minus 3. But minus 4 and minus 3, how can we represent rational numbers between them? So in this case, what you have to do, first you have to convert into your rational number. This is why you can talk about consecutive integers, whereas in the case of rational numbers you can find as many rational numbers as you want between any two rational numbers. So there are no consecutive rational numbers. So we have to find the rational numbers between minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 5. So express the given rational numbers with a common denominator. So we have to take LCM of 2 and 5, and we have 10. So 1 by 2 multiply by 5, you have minus 5 by 10, and here if we multiply it with 2, so here we have 2 by 10. So these are two numbers we have, minus 5 by 10 and 2 by 10. Now you can easily write your numbers between minus 5 by 10 and 2 by 10, which is minus 4 by 10, minus 3 by 10, minus 2 by 10, minus 1 by 10. So according to that, you can find rational numbers between your two rational numbers. Okay, now you have some examples. Find three rational numbers between minus 4 by 9 and minus 5 by 9. So you have to take LCM of 9 and 5. You got 45. Now you have to convert your denominator same in both the rational numbers. So here we have minus 20 upon 45 and minus 9, 45. And now you can easily write the rational numbers between minus 9 and minus 20, which is minus 19, minus 18 upon 45, minus 17 upon 45, minus 11 upon 45, minus 10 upon 45. I hope so, student, this is clear to you. Okay. Next, find 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3. So how can we find 5 rational numbers between 2 and 3? So we have to find a rational number when we solve it. So we get 2 and 3. For this, if I have 2 by 1, I can convert this whole number into rational number. as my denominator 1 2 by 1 and 3 3 by 1. If I multiply it with 6, so I got 12 by 6 and 18 by 6. Now you can simply write your rational numbers between 12 by 6 and 18 by 6. Okay. Now represent the following rational numbers on the number line. You have minus 2 by 5. So this is your it should be your minus 1 by 5 and minus 2 by 5. So here is your minus 2 by 5 on number line between after 5 between. Okay, so in same way you can represent your number lines. Next you have 4 by 3. So this is your number line between 0 4 by 3. So 1 by 3, 2 by 3, 3 by 3. After 3 by 3 you have 4 by 3. This 3 by 3 means 1. Okay. So after 1 you have 4 by 3. You can also represent it into mixed fraction 1. So you have to represent it like this. Okay. Now we have question number 2. Filling the blanks with appropriate symbol. Which one is greater? So according to integers, the smaller number is greater, minus 3 by 7. Now in this case also minus 16 by, no. In this case, you have to make first their denominator same and then you have to identify which one is greater or not. So first we simplify it. Here we have 4 by 9 and here we have 4 by 9. Minus and minus. So both are equal to each other. So in same way, you have to filling the blanks or create symbols. Now arrange the following rational numbers in ascending order. So for this, you already do this type of questions in your fractions already. So you have to take a hint from it and I already explain you it in your example as well. So students, you have to do it yourself. And in question number 4, where you have to arrange your numbers in descending order. So you have to give a try for this also. Now find 3 rational numbers between. So here we have 1 by 9 and 2 by 3. So first of all, we have to take LCM 3 and 9. So 3, 1 and 3, 3, 1 and 1. So 3 3s are 9. So 1 by 9 we have and next we have 2 by 3 multiply with 3. So 6 by 9. Now you can simply write your rational numbers between 1 by 9 and 6 by 9, which is 2 by 9, 3 by 9, 4 by 9 and 5 by 9. So same you have to do for the rest of the parts you have in question number 5. Now we are going to operate with addition of rational numbers. So in this case, as we already understood that if we have same denominator, so you just have to add the numerators together and you will get your answer. Otherwise, if you don't have same denominator, so first you have to convert your denominator same and then you have to proceed with addition and subtraction. Okay. So here we have same denominator 4 and 4. So minus 3 and plus 3. So this is your additive inverse. So minus 3 plus 3 is 0 by 4. Same additive inverse is there. So minus 5, plus 5 and minus 5 again 0 by 9. For every rational number p by q, you can find a rational number minus p by q such that p by q plus minus p by q is always equal to 0. P by q and minus p by q are called additive inverse or opposite of each other. We can also say that now p by q is opposite of minus p by q. So in this case, if we add them together, so plus minus is cancel out each other and you will get your 0 as an answer. So now we have minus 5 by 6 and minus 2 by 6. So minus minus. Both denominators are same. So we don't have to do anything. You just have to play with your numerators. Minus minus plus. So here you have your answer minus 7 by 6. Again in next question we have same denominator. So I hope so students you understood what you have to do here. 7 and 6. Add them together and you will get your answer. But you have plus and minus. So in this case you have to subtract here. So 7 minus 6 is 1 by 13. Okay. In case if you have different denominators, so first of all you have to change your denominators by taking your LCM LCM of 14 and 6, you have 42. Now you have to change your denominators and you have to multiply your denominators with a number that you have your denominator 42. So if I multiply 14 by 3, so I get 42. And again the same rule, if I do something with my denominator, so the same process I have to apply with my numerator as well. So 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. Here we have two new fractions. Now you can simply examine that what you have to do here. Now same denominator minus plus, so you have to subtract here. 15 minus 7 is 8 and 8 by 42, reducing form of it is minus 4 by 21. So the same process you have to do here as you do in your fractions when you have uncommon denominator. Now we have subtraction. So the same process, if you have same denominator, just deal with your numerators and subtract it. Otherwise, you have to take LCM first and then you have to convert your denominator and then apply the operation of subtraction. 7 and 4, LCM of it is 28. 3 by 4 minus 7 by 4 will be converted into 21. 21 upon 28 plus minus 20 upon 28. So 21 minus 20 is your 1 upon 28 is your answer. So now we shift to our exercise 4.3. Add 7 by 9 and minus 5 by 9. So plus and minus. So you have 2 by 9. Here we have different denominators. LCM of 8 and 5 is 40. So minus 1 by 8 should be multiplied with 5. Minus 5 upon 40 and 2 by 5 multiplied by 8. You have 16 upon 40. Plus minus is minus. 16 minus 5 is 11. So your answer is 11 by 40. And according to absolute value of an integer, which we already do in previous chapter, we have to apply a positive sign here because 16 is greater as compared to minus 5. Next, we have question number 2 where we have to apply the subtraction. So 1 by 6 minus 5 by 6, your answer is very simple. You just have to subtract 1 from 5. So you have 4 by 6 in minus because according to absolute value, 5 is greater as compared to 1. Now, next, for example, let's take this one. The LCM of 42 and 7. 7, 1, 6 and 6, 1 and 1. So 7, 6 are 42 is your LCM. Now you have to multiply it with a number. So you will get, so here we again 7, 6 minus 6 and 6. 6, 6 are 36 minus and 42. Now you have to deal with your numerator only. But in both the cases we have minus, so 42, 25 and 36. 25 and 35, 30, 60 and 60 plus 1 is 61. So minus 61 upon 42 is your answer. Now in question number 3, the sum of two rational numbers is 11 minus 11 by 36. If one of the number is minus 9 by 24, find the other number. So in this case, what you have to do here, you just have minus 11 by 36. This is your question. Further, it will be minus 11 by 36 would be plus 9 by 24. You have to take LCM both of it. You have to take LCM of 36 and 24 and further you have to solve it. So I give you a hint here. You have to solve it your own. The same process you have to do here for question number 4 and question number 5. So I hope so student, we already do so many questions related to rational numbers and related to fractions. So this is very simpler for you and you can do it yourself. Now we move forward and here we have multiplication of rational numbers. So multiplication of rational number is very simple as we do in fraction. We just have to multiply them with numerator and denominator with denominator directly. That's it. So 5 multiplied by 7 is minus 35. 9 multiplied by 6 is 54. So your answer is minus 35 upon 54. Next, minus 4 multiplied by minus 8 minus 8 upon 11. So we imagine here we have 1. So 4 multiplied by 8 is 32. Minus sign is cancel out with each other. 1 multiplied by 11 is 11. So this is very easy. We already do fraction. One advice from my side is, if you want to do this chapter become easier for you, so first understand fractions and you will got all the concept which you have to do here for applying the operations here. Okay, now for division part, reciprocal of a rational number we have to understand here. The reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2, minus 5 by 6 is 6 by minus 5, and minus 14 is minus 1 by minus 14. So in that way, what we see here, that when we have to multiply a number with its reciprocal, so we always get 1 as in answer. So such a pair of rational numbers whose product is 1 are called reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of each other. For every non-zero rational number a by b, there exists a rational number b by a such that a by b multiplied by b by a is always equal to 1. So these are the examples we have. The reciprocal of minus 7 by 15 is minus 15 by 7, 11 by 26 is 26 by 11. Now division of rational numbers. So here just we have to take the reciprocal of second rational number and then we have to multiply it. That's it. And how we have to do multiplication in our rational numbers? Directly multiply numerator with numerator and denominator with denominator. So minus 5 by 8 by 2 by 3 we have to divide. Minus 5 by 8, the reciprocal of 2 by 3 is 3 by 2. This division sign will be converted into multiplication when we take a reciprocal. So now 5 by 3 is minus 15 and 8 by 2 is 16. That's it. Very simple. Okay. So now we directly move forward to our exercise 4.4. Multiplication first we have. So 6 by 7 by minus 2 by 5. 6 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 12 and 7 multiplied by 5 is 35. Okay. So this is very easy. You can do it yourself. So rest of the parts left by me in question number 1, you have to give a try to it. Now we have question number 2 where we have to divide. So 2 multiply by the reciprocal of minus 3 by 5 is 5 by minus 3. So 2 5s are 10 upon minus 3. Here the reciprocal of 1 by 6 is 6 only. So minus 66 upon 22, and further if we converted into it, so 3 is your answer, minus 3. Next we have 35 upon 64 is divided by a number to get minus 7 by 8. What is the number? So 35 upon 64 divided. So if I divided is divided by a number to get, I don't know the number, to get minus 7 by 8. So what is the number? So in this case, minus 7 by 8. This number, the reciprocal of 35 upon 64 is 64 upon 35. 1, 5, 1, 8. So the number is minus 8 upon 5. Which number is get divided with 35 upon 64 to get minus 7 by 8. So in same way, you can do the rest of the questions left by me in this exercise. This chapter is very simple for you if you understood already about the fractions. Only when you know about the fractions. Okay. Now these are the things you have to keep in your mind while you solving this chapter. Here is a combined form of all the concepts we learned in this chapter. And students, this is the end of your chapter. I hope so. This chapter is clarified to you and you understood it very well. Now I'm going to meet you in your next class. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.